Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is F1 2018. It's week 52 of the Gaming Decathlon competition. We're here in the second race of the second season in our Road to Glory Williams Racing career mode. And now that things have progressed to the 90 AI difficulty level, it's gotten so much tougher. For one, the car is still horribly balanced, as the aerodynamics package is nowhere near the chassis package, even though I do have 2 new upgrades on the car in that department this week. But we can see that even after coming in 6th place here in FP3, I still left 30 or 40 points in R&D on the table, as I couldn't manage the times required, even though I'm faster than Valtteri Bottas in the session. So I'm starting to lose some R&D points. I'm not going to be progressing quite as fast now. And then, of course, the races themselves are going to get tougher and tougher as things are getting faster. So expect some non-points paying positions for a while to come yet. I have just 210 R&D points at the moment. Main reason for that is I've already applied 2 upgrades for next race in the aero department, keeping that going. But I also applied the second upgrade in the powertrain factory upgrades. And of course, as we're in Bahrain, it's gonna be dry. And we can take a quick look at that here before we jump into the race. So we have these 2 upgrades, the front wing turning vanes and the side pod turning vanes, both upgraded this week now. And you can see just how far behind we are in the aero department compared to everyone else. 2 new ones coming in the diffuser and the undernose turning vanes. So those will be coming in that next race. What we also did was we got HPP factory efficiency 2. So the department efficiency has gone up 1. That cost us 1,200 points. The next one there is a 1,400 point upgrade. We will continue working on the aero department in the meantime, but as all of the immediate upgrades are minor ones, they're costing us less than about 300 apiece, so we only need about 600 per race weekend to cover that. So anything we make additional to that then goes towards those powertrain upgrades. But at 600 a pop, and now that I'm starting to lose some points, I'm not going to be gaining much more than 600 per race, barring that I don't hit my marks on the contract. And this one, we need to finish in 15th in this race, or we lose out on 500 points. That's where those extra points are going to come from that are going to make things possible. That's also what it's going to be necessary to get my value back up with a new contract coming here in a couple of race weekends. Alright, so the intention on this episode is I'm going to push all the way through. So here's the deal. Let's make this short and sweet. So I just moved a couple days ago, and I'm still getting settled. And in doing all of that, and a fun bike ride in the pouring rain after dropping off a U-Haul truck, I'm sick. So I apologize. You're probably going to hear it in my voice a bit. But it also means I cannot spend the kind of time that I would normally. So we're already done with practice. We're going to go into qualifying and then into the race. And we're going to do the episode straight through to cut out the editing time so that I can spend some time doing other things that I need to do around the house, getting set up.
The cars are ready, the drivers are ready. We hope you're ready as qualifying is about to begin here in Bahrain. Looking at this field today, Ant, do you think we're going to see anyone take a chance? Maybe run the harder of the available compounds and save some of the grippy tyres for the race tomorrow?
Well, I'd be surprised in all honesty. It's only the front runners that really have the pace to get away with that. And even then, at the end of the day, it's a big risk. Track position is the most important thing, and it's rarely worth sacrificing for a slightly more optimal strategy in the race. So I doubt we're going to see anyone trying it.
Except for we saw Force India try that this season. And, should I say, Racing Point. They are now going to be known as Racing Point starting next year. That was just revealed. At the time that you're seeing this, that would be 48 hours ago. At the time that I'm recording this, that would be 24 hours ago, as I'm recording this one day before the video is being released. Also, the reason why I'm actually having to do that now. Right, so we are into Q1. I don't actually expect to get out of Q1, and if I do, it's going to be just barely. I barely hit my mark in practice, and that was really pushing it, and it took me multiple laps to get there. Alright, so Parc Ferme. I'm stuck with the setup I have. There's a couple corners that worry me on this track. I might see myself out of another race here.
Track is quiet right now. Let's get out on track while it's clear.
Let's go ahead and take that clear track. We're going to go straight into a flying lap to save some time here so we can get into the race. Alright, so here we are in qualifying. Along there in turn 1, but not bad. I always get a little oversteer on the exit there from turn 2 going into 3, but it's nothing worrying. It's this, no, not this one. Turn coming up here in a little bit. I'll tell you which one here. My two worrying corners. This one coming up now. As I exit this corner, I tend to get some oversteer that points me straight towards that wall on the inside. That is very worrying. Ooh, wow, what just happened there? Okay, got off the track. That's going to cost me. This lap's not going to be any good. I'll be very lucky to be outside of 20th. Alright, so the other corner that worries me is this right-hander right here. And there it is! That's the part that worries me. I didn't want to demonstrate that, but that's the part that worries me, the curve. You get that right front onto that curve, around you go. It used up my, I think we're going to just go straight into the next lap, as obviously that lap was ruined. Because I do have a Mercedes behind me. Coming probably with a bit of pace. All you gotta do is touch that curve there on that corner. Ooh, there's that oversteer that I was talking about. That just cost me some time. About 0.2 of a second. You can see up there in the corner off of our last lap time. Of course, that last lap time is nothing. We are absolutely the last car. That's completed right now after that spin out, but just trying to at least get a representative time, hopefully enough to beat Sirotkin, if no one else. Oh my, that was my bad. I let off the...
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Tasco. Laps wasted. Laps wasted, and there's not enough fuel for a third lap, so we're going to have to head back in without a valid time as of yet. So, we're going to head back to the pits, and let's go ahead and just save some time. Let's return to the garage. Let's get back out there. So we are very much in danger of qualifying last. I'm running a little short on time. We have 11 minutes at least.
Our best lap so far is a
So far, so bad. And we absolutely are going to need to use our next set of tires. And let's go ahead and actually keep an eye on things here. The track's pretty busy. Let's wait till things get less busy. Time's not a big factor at the moment. Should see cars coming in. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Ooh, there we go. We will go out now. And we'll go straight into that flying lap to save the time yet again. Whew, third time's a charm, right? Problem is, I'm not a princess, so Prince Charming does not do me any good, does he? By the way, our reaction times are down a little bit, being sick. That is certainly a factor here. But our lack of aero package is still hampering this car quite a bit. And I had to do a lot of work on the setup to get it functioning, to get it drivable. But it has really, really come at the expense of some straight line speed, as I have a tendency to, in some of the practice sections, just on the front straightaway, I would be down 0.2 of a second on the target time by the time I reach the end of the straight, with absolutely nothing inhibiting that run, just pure pace being that much slower. Having to fight and gate it through the corners on a car that has bad aero. I am 0.4 of a second up, but I did not have a good corner there. I lost a bit, and again too hot in here. Well, there goes this lap. I'm trying to push it too hard, and let's ease off a little bit. The tire's warm. Wow, I'm actually up on my time a lot because I didn't spin out. This is definitely a warm-up lap, though. It's not counting, so... well, I mean, it does count. It's better than what I had, but considering I'm 20th by a large margin, here we go. A little late on the gas, too, so I'm going to start this lap slow. I did not realize it was on the last turn just yet, but it looks like I just about made up the speed. We're kind of right where we were on the previous laps here. Ooh, not neutral, just first. 0.2 of a second down on our best time. So not a good start to the lap. At this point, this is nearly my last chance, as there's only 3 minutes left in the session. I need a time, and I'm just not finding it here. Pushing is not working for me.
There's only one lap
running race pace I can do. On brakes much earlier this time. Whew, massive oversteer through there. That is not helping at all. 0.3 of a second down on my best time, even after all that. But we make up for it because that's where our best time had a mistake. So. But I think I'm still down on everybody else, and probably not in contention to get out of 20th place at this point. 2 seconds better. Certainly looks good on paper, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be a good time, because all my time's way, way down here. I still don't think this is very representative. This is not a clean lap. It's still 20th, 2.7 off, and I do not have enough gas for another run. Nor do I have the tires. So, with that, say goodbye to qualifying, as I don't think I'm going to get back out there. I might try to scramble and see if I can get one more lap in. And there's nope, 42 seconds. Not going to happen. So that's it. We are dead last. It's rocking all the way up in 14th. It's not the qualifying that matters, it's the race result. I did get within a tenth of a second of Van Dorn.
1 minute 30.9.
But 8/10 of a second down on Sorokin. So let's go ahead and speed through to the end, and we're going to jump into the race. Raikkonen, Vettel, Bottas, and Hamilton are the top here in the first qualifying session. Hamilton went through on softs there in Q1. And I just never got a clean lap. That last one, obviously, was the cleanest by far, as it was more than 2 seconds better than my other attempts. But 4 chances, 0 clean laps means last place. And I'm dropping behind in my rivalries after DNFing in Australia and having bad sessions like this. Never lost a rivalry yet, but it looks like I could lose 2 here in the near future. Hitting 90 on that AI difficulty level is really taking its toll on me at this point. And, ouch.
Obviously, I expected a better session, but these things happen from time to time. Try to make up for it in the race.
Alright, well, let's get to it here.
The curtain rises once more then on the desert stage of Sakir as the players take their places for the opening act. Will they enthrall us like they did in 2014 with that titanic battle between Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton? Well, we'll find out shortly as we get underway here in Bahrain. We'll be racing around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit today, with 15 corners and 2 DRS zones into turns 1 and turn 11. That should create some good passing opportunities. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left down into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Bahrain has showed us many times in the past though, Anthony Davidson, that a good strategy will only take you so far. Beyond that, you need good racecraft and you need good consistency.
And a little bit of luck too, I'd say. This is one of those circuits where the safety car always seems to come out just at the right time to condense the field together and mix up the cars on different strategies. It's hard on brakes, it's tough on fuel, and the main overtaking opportunity is down into turn 1, where it's easy to outbrake your opponent and potentially have a bit of argy-bargy as well.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up.
I can't afford any
Lewis
argy-bargy
Hamilton lines up on pole
down in
position,
turn 1.
and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid,
Mercedes
we have
on top,
Vettel,
front row, lockout.
Verstappen, Kimi Raikkonen and Ricciardo, Leclerc, Alonso,
Verstappen splits
Sirotkin
the
and Nico
Ferraris.
Hulkenberg, Perez,
rocking
Magnussen,
ninth.
Marcus Ericsson,
Wow.
and Ocon, Gasly, Grosjean, Carlos Sainz, and Brendan Hartley, Van Dorn, and the Professor.
It's only the second
Now
race of
it's
the
almost time
season,
to
so
lights
no
out. So
penalties.
let's go down to the track.
So I truly do start in last
Keep your eyes
place.
open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
Alright, let's go ahead and flip this strategy. We'll go with softs. We'll set it at 8 first, but let's see. We want to go a little sooner. Yeah, we're gonna go 7 and 7. Okay. No, I wasn't so good on fuel. Actually, we might go on a light fuel load early. Save fuel, kind of hang back, play it safe, and then try to pick it up in the second half of the race. Alright, well, let's get to it. So, 7 laps is the target. We're not going to put a bunch of extra fuel in. No, you know what, let's do that. Let's add some fuel. I don't care if we're slow in the first place. I want to be fast as the race goes on. So, let's put some more in so we can run bunch of extra later on. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go high fuel mode towards the end of the race and really see if we can't outrace somebody, grow into the race a little bit. I don't mind if I'm hanging out near the back in the beginning, and even though I know I could make some overtakes here on this first lap, I don't want that argy-bargy that they mentioned, so I don't want to get knocked out of this race. Just a reminder, now that the AI difficulty level is up to 90 and above, I'm only allowed one flashback for the entire race. So I don't have room for error. I don't have room for mistakes. And you're going to be live with me throughout this race. So you'll see there's no chance of cheating or anything like that. So I've only got one flashback. That's all I've got. So with that, name of the game is survive the first half of the race, get into some clean air, at least be in a position, whether it's 20th, 19th, 18th, at least be in a position where I'm close. And then after that pit stop, I'm going to attack and try to push through the field and see if I can't at least hit 15th. That is my target. That's what I need for that 500 R&D points. I don't think I'm going to be in any sort of contention for points today, even if there are accidents, even if there are safety cars. I think 15th is already pretty optimistic, and it may take one or two cars being out of the race even to get there. Alright, well, with that, I think we are just about set to go. Get one more drink of water here. Again, I am sick. This sucks. Not the best time to do a race, but with that, we're going to get 5 lights up here in Bahrain. Let's go racing. They are. Oh my god, excellent start. Okay, there's lots of space here to the inside. This is where I'm planning on going. Shell comes across the track, nearly takes my wing with him. I let those guys go ahead of me, not competing, but because of the start, because of the braking zone, I do gain a couple of positions. That was close. Almost got into Gasly there. Just trying to keep it clean right now. Around the inside of Gasly there as everybody was lined up, and the accordion effect drops them back, but I just got off that racing line. Took my own way through to the benefit of P17 now. Racing line's normal now. It seems like they've spread out enough. There's that corner that I've always got to be careful on. I cannot get too tight on that corner.
Alright, well done off the line. We're in a good position.
I'd say that definitely we are in a good position. Alright, so we're in hot lap for now. Let's get it down to high. Ooh! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Big touch behind. Gasly just put his wing into my gearbox, even though I just held my line.
Seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
He's still there, though.
Flag.
Yellow flag. Somebody's got a problem. That's good news for me, as Perez is off the track and out of the race. So on lap number 2, Perez is out. That's the kind of help that I was talking about. There's now a guarantee of P19 and currently P16 on the track. There's that track where I get that, the first corner where I get the oversteer. Whoa, 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 whoa. Unintentional, but I end up making a move on Hartley just to save myself. And let's get back into high to try to protect. Hartley was way slow, the braking zone through there. And I benefit and get a position. We got Ocon, Ericsson. Somebody's got a problem. It's got to be Ocon. Ocon and maybe Perez got into it with each other, as they so often do, and they're again close to contact. I have to get out of it and end up with the oversteer. And yes, Ocon to the inside. He's got to have a problem. He is slowing these guys up ahead, which is good for me, but Ocon not pitting, so he must have a big chunk of wing missing. Comes Hartley, he's got the inside. Late braking. I've got the outside. This becomes the inside. There's Ocon losing another spot as Grosjean gets around. Oh, no. Okay, well, here comes the flashback. I only get one, and here it is. I got just a touch. Grosjean slowed a lot more than I expected. We're going to take a look here and decide when and where to go. Nope, that's the touch. And then it just kept me going right around. It was weird that I took the damage and right about here. Ooh, hello. Unexpected here as Hartley... Oh, and Hartley's turning me around, and I've got no flashbacks left. Hartley just ruined my race. They're not that far gone, but... Oh, what a nightmare. Hartley gets to the outside and does not give me the racing room. I'm on the apex. I'm as tight as I can get. I'm on the curb. And he touches me and sends me around. And I had a right to be there. He had a nose on me, but that was about it. Damn it. Well, I finally got that clean air that I wanted. And no damage. For a while on the ERS. Not that far behind. I mean, they're still in sight. It's just that, 10 seconds or so that we lost that we now have to make up on the track. The split 8.7, so I was 8.7 slower, so I lost 8.7 on that. Now Van Dorn is the nearest target. A little oversteer through there, but we covered nicely enough.
Gap to car in front is 6.1 seconds.
6.1 to Van Dorn, okay. And I'm going to keep an eye on the fuel mix for a while and see if we're putting some away. Because I'd like to have more than 2 laps worth of fuel by the end, by the time we get through that pit stop. It's only lap 4 right now. My tires are going to have lost a bit of traction there, but if I'm only going 7 laps on these, it should be okay. Not feeling a wobble or anything, so half a second up, green. For myself, so it's a good lap having this clean air. Still 1.98, so I'm staying right about level on the fuel mix. That was a much better lap time. 1.7, I think, was the final. And I've just about caught back up to these guys. Okay, we're gonna go down to low, so I'll need that ERS when I get up there. And we're gonna go lean mix also. I don't need to catch these guys just yet. Ooh, almost hit that curb. I had to get out of it, but that's the smart thing to do, is get out of it. A little oversteer there. Big deal. Teammate in the pits already.
Is in the pits. Sergey in the pits.
Somebody else is pitting as well. Okay, well, let's go ahead and turn that up. So we just put a little bit of extra fuel in. No, let's keep this on off, actually. Let's turn it off entirely. So I am now in traffic, and it's Ricardo. Wow. Who comes out just ahead of me. I suppose that's what you get when you pit that early. After just 5 laps.
The car ahead has come in and fitted the soft tyre.
It's Leclerc who's behind me. So Leclerc's having a good old run as he's out just behind Ricardo. Ooh, no DRS there?
The update on the car for you. Tyres are looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now.
I'm certainly close enough for DRS, but not getting it this lap. Or didn't get it this lap. Oh! Shoot!
Okay, you have wing damage. This will be a major performance impact unless you opt for a new one. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
I don't want to pit to mediums. No, we are not pitting to mediums.
Understood, copy that.
It's I gotta go 1 lap. 1 lap, I'm gonna lose a little bit of time, but that's what it's gonna take. Let's go back down to low here. I didn't see my braking zone as close as I was to Ricardo. That was my bad. I'm going to lose a little more time here with the wing change, but luckily I'm just taking 1 lap here. And it is going to affect me through this sector more than anything else right about here. And get out of it more. You can see it's not tons of time that we're losing. A lot of this track is down to power. Hulkenberg coming up on me. There's a little bit through there. There's a little bit through here. I can't get on it all the way. Long sweeping corner like that was definitely hard. I'm going to back out early here. Coast. Where's he going? Alright. We're in. Let's set that back to medium. We're going to go to a rich fuel mix right away though. Okay, new wing on. Here's the extra time. 5, 6... 6.8. 6.8. So we do lose about 4 seconds. Now we need a good exit from here because we are already back in P19. A little late releasing the pit limiter. But there we go. We stay on the original setup. We lost a little bit of time on that 1 lap, but not significant time, but we are in P19. So that's the downside here. Now, ERS is totally full, so let's go to high for a little bit. Almost hit that curb. Let off just a little bit to stay safe. But we're making really good time. That was a personal purple sector. And there's cars up ahead.
We're trailing our teammate by
22.7
seconds.
How far, but I'm 4 seconds behind Ocon. Remember, Ocon must have been the one who had the crash with Perez. That put Perez out of the race. How much you want to bet Perez was responsible, as that was always the case this year. Or Ocon without a ride for next season, but it looks like he'll be in a Mercedes in a year.
Seconds.
Okay, we are gaining quickly on Ocon. Turn that back down to medium. Turn that back down to standard until we get closer to him. Save those now for overtaking. And this is the Force India that we're catching. This is not a Williams, it's not a Toro Rosso or a McLaren that we're catching. It's Force India. This is very much a faster car. And he had to have by now pit, otherwise he wouldn't be back here, and fix his damage as well. So his damaged wing has slowed him down, which means he's got to be gaining on the cars in front of him as well. But the sad thing is both he and I have lost a significant amount of time. I'm getting fairly close to him here. I'm going to have a look to the inside. Braking. Whoa, Ocon. Whoa. He touches. No warning for me. That was his bad. But I make the overtake without having to turn up the fuel or the ERS. So messed that one up a little bit. Doesn't hurt me. Oof, there's that oversteer again. Turn that up to rich, turn that up to high. Okay, we're pulling away a little bit. Some help. Virtual safety car would be nice. Actual safety car would be awesome, but I don't like when it's all bunched up anyway. I don't run well in traffic. Heavy traffic anyway. I can deal with it when it's one car.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.4 seconds.
2.4 behind Van Dorn, and probably catching him quickly, I would imagine. Considering he was out of sight entirely not long ago. Lap 11 of 14 already at this point, so we are running out of time to get up to 15th. 17th certainly looks like that's in the cards for us, as I think I'll catch Van Dorn. Come on. I'm close enough yet. Close enough yet to get DRS. Here was the detection zone. No, not yet. That oversteer again. We're okay. 3 laps to go. But now I don't have a lot of ERS. I have the fuel, but I'm not gaining on Van Dorn very quickly. Ooh, oversteer again. Luckily doesn't affect me. Made a much better turn this time, and now we are pretty close. I get the oversteer, but I at least get the DRS, which should help me close Van Dorn back down. Ocon also coming. Looks like Van Dorn could be on his way to getting past not once but twice. Finally, I'm getting up on him. Break it a little early. Shouldn't cost me too much though. Yes, I'm getting DRS again. But we should get him this time. We should get him this time. I want to get the... Oh, I got Ocon coming too. We're going to go 3 wide. 3 wide. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. I have to go very wide. I end up getting out of it. Ocon's going to go first.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
And I'm right back down to P19 as Ocon makes the double pass, and I lose out as I got pushed out. I had nowhere to go. Here we go. Oh, way too late. Way too late on the braking. Come on. Getting my buttons sorted out there and messed that up.
Battery charge is low. If we turn down the ERS deployment, we can harvest more energy.
Ah, Van Dorn's got DRS too.
Some information on Ocon.
He's still close enough to Ocon. Ooh, Ocon's still got a problem.
Final lap of the race.
Alright. Oh, there we go, 19th. That was my chance. I'm too far back now. We'll just put it on hot lap mode, I guess. Use whatever we got on the lap when we can. Down to 0. Ocon's slowing down. Hamilton has won the race. Ocon is slowing down with his mechanical problem, and Van Dorn is getting caught up behind him. Ooh, got oversteer there again. I still have a chance on these guys. I still have a chance. If I didn't mess that up, though. I did.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
Lost a bunch of wing there. Last corner. Last chance. Dive to the inside! I got Van Dorn! I got Van Dorn. I could not get Ocon, but I got Van Dorn. I got one position. I got one.
Take care
It's
of the car on the
18th
way
though.
in.
That's not 15th. That is no R&D bonus. I failed a team goal for the first time.
So another
In this
fantastic
series.
victory for the Silver Arrows.
My profile is going to continue to drop. Again, my team goal is 17th, qualifying and race. I did not get either.
They were able to
Hamilton
keep
gets the
their
win
heads
today.
when everyone around them was losing theirs, and that's allowed them to get the best out of the car, to maximise the strategy, and to stay out of trouble.
And here are our podium
I didn't
drivers today
expect
after that
Ocon and
excellent
Van Dorn
race.
to slow down
They've
that
excelled
much
here,
in
as
that
they
corner.
so often do,
I
and it's
might
a well-deserved victory.
have been able to
Mercedes then
overtake
are on
there,
top today.
but I was running flat out and came up on him. I knew there was only a couple corners to go, so I was really pushing to go for it. So I don't mind the damage. There was no penalty or anything with it anyway.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects
All right.
the drivers'
1-2 for
championship.
Mercedes.
It's a good result for Lewis
Verstappen
Hamilton,
comes
who
in
moves further
third, moving
at the
ahead
top the
of
table.
Vettel.
Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
It's got to be Roman Grosjean. He was in another league for me today. Really impressive.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Another team that will be satisfied with this Grand Prix is Sauber, whose good result moves them further up the championship.
Ooh, Leclerc,
Well, what a
7th,
weekend
yeah.
that has been. Please join us next time.
He
for
really did
another
stay close
thrilling
behind
installment
Ricciardo.
of this Formula One season.
Best of the rest. Solid performance from him. Only 5 seconds down at the end of the race from Ricciardo. Magnussen takes 8th. Hulkenberg. Alonso is the last car in the points. Grosjean is 11th. Sorokin, great job by him to get 13th. The car is finally getting there enough so, not for me clearly in that race, but for Sorokin. You know, if you take out what happened, right? We lost 8.5 seconds. That was key. It's only the one position better, so that's 17th. Of course, not battling with these two guys right at the end, that's going to be a few more seconds. So let's say it's 12. Well, 12 seconds still only puts me to where Gasly and Hartley were, which that's who I was racing anyway beforehand. So if we don't have the initial contact with Hartley, maybe, just maybe, we squeeze into P15. If we run a fully clean race, if we don't have that spin out. But I definitely wasn't catching signs. I had no sight of him, so I would have been, you know, right about here without the problems I had. So I just about deserved to be where I was. Hamilton, 2 for 2 on the season so far. Bottas and Verstappen equal on points, 20 behind Hamilton at this stage in the season. Raikkonen just 2 points behind that, so it's pretty tight for second, but we're only 2 races in. Vettel, though, hurting with just 12 points overall. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.